Hello, friends. It's Laura, and I am going to do a session today on humming and also theta breath. So, for multiple reasons, humming is super helpful. Hello, friends. It's
Oh
Laura, and
shit.
I am going to do a
Got
session
the talk
today.
back. Woo!
What happened? I just had deja vu. It all happened all at once. So, yeah, my session as I bop back and forth between my Zoom room and my YouTube channel is going to be on humming and theta breath. And for multiple reasons, like humming oscillates the air in our nasal cavity, which increases the production of nitric oxide. And nitric oxide has many benefits for the body. And one of them is it is how many distractions can I have before before I get going? Or while I'm going, turn everything off. Okay, so there are three main benefits. It has antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial effects, the nitric oxide. It also helps regulate our blood pressure. So it helps constrict or dilate the vessels, depending on what is necessary and what is needed. And also, humming for other things is going to help us. It's going to help our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest, soothe, and settle. So I'm going to invite us to participate with this humming, and also eventually we'll do theta breath in a way where we're really just being with ourselves. We're witnessing ourselves. So we're not trying to fix, change, uh, I don't know, adapt our body to something that isn't harmonious for us as like a living organism. So this is really like being an organic human creature and using these tools to come into a sense of health within ourselves. So the intention might be health, but we're not going to go in there and fix everything that's wrong. It's more like, oh, I'm just going to set these intentions and then work with this. So the hum sound, there's a lot of ways we can do this. And it could just be a on any pitch. A lower pitch is going to be vibrating more deeply in your body, and a higher pitch, when I vibrate higher with a higher sound, I feel it up higher in my head. So part of what the hum does, it oscillates the air, supposedly, but it's also creating vibration in our tissue. So play with what is interesting to you. The lower sounds are really great for coming down, but the higher sounds can also create space. And then the other thing is we don't want to wear ourselves out with humming. So it might be just hum for a couple of breaths and then allow yourself to relax and micro move, experience what has changed, what has shifted. You could do this laying in bed. I know I have people who are not as mobile, not as able to really participate in full on aerobic activity. So if you're in bed, fine, participate, listen in. This is just an opportunity to tune into your own body, into sensation within yourself. Ha, I'm just going to let out a ha sound before I get going further. So the hum, I can. When I go into my hum, I kind of micro move my tongue around. So the tongue is kind of sitting up here in the horizontal, this part of my tongue. It's also muscling back into there. And I'm going to let it allow it to move. And it's almost like I'm going between an sound, and an ng sound. So an or a ng. And that allows my tongue to do this extra movement in there, which brings my awareness deeper for me. So let's play with that for a little while, playing with your sounds in your own way. allowing it to play out for as long as it needs to. Try to inhale through your nose every time so that we're getting that, maybe even a few resting breaths in and out through your nose. Even by moving my head, tilting my head a little bit forward or tilting my head back, turning from side to side, it sort of changes how I perceive the feeling of that vibration in my body. I'm going to lay down on the floor to go further with this. So I invite you to do this. You can even do it standing and walking around. The more we slow down and feel into ourselves and relax tension, the more we're going to tune into allowing whatever needs to be released in our body to start to release. So there's definitely a lot of holding that people tend to be very good at doing, and where we're using tension to mask sensation, to not feel. So this is kind of an invitation with that hum to get that nitric oxide going, and also to just soften into yourself, to let some of the armoring and crustification and unexpressed, allowing the unexpressed some play, some capacity to start coming out, right? If we don't express the things, they start to get a little twisted and gollumy inside of us. So allowing whatever expression, it may become emotional for you. It's okay. That's okay. I support you in whatever your expression of this is. So we're going to hum a few times, allow some micro movement to happen, or just be with the breath, be with the sound, feel into that. Taking resting breaths whenever you need them. Let's give yourself a little break whenever you're ready and just allow any movement that needs to bubble up to bubble up. If possible, keep breathing through your nose. If you can feel some space that's been created through that vibrational sound, go ahead and touch into that. You can do hands on, or you can move with it, or you can breathe more into it. It's almost like we're going into the body, like we're going on a archaeological expedition, and we're going to see what's in there. What are we going to sift through the soil? What are we going to notice as we're in this gentle internal exploration with ourself? If your teeth are closed, let your teeth separate when you're in the hum. If you feel like it's creating tension for you to hum, then let that go. Just let's have a little bit of movement. I think I'm going to add some music for a few minutes. And this is Jeff Gersh, and hopefully it will all work out in TV land for you guys that you can hear it and it's not too loud or too quiet. This is Ambient Fields, and this is 66 degrees, 4 feet and 22 inches by 18 degrees, 39 feet. I don't really read latitude and longitude, but that's a place. And this album's called Ambient Fields. And where is the one I want to do? This one. So if you're in TV land and this is not, I see I have a person watching. If the sound isn't coming through for you, let me know. Add your hums whenever you need to. And if you want to break from that, you can also do some theta breath with a hiss. Trying to inhale through your nose all the time. Yeah, so let the theta be a release from the humming. Bringing your awareness deeply, deeply into sensation in your body and allowing your body to move in any kind of micro movement, little spirals, any kind of bubbling up. So you're bringing that awareness deep into your body and you're allowing your body to respond. Your body is speaking with your awareness. Create, discover, at the same time letting it arise and arrive. Imagining as you're moving that there's like this cellular adjustment happening. Cellular aliveness happening. Cellular digestion happening. The gravitational pull of the earth to really hold you, feeling into what that is, this support. the support of all your tissues. Your hums can be little short hums. They don't have to last an hour. It could just be some little hums. Like you're telling yourself, yum. Delicious. So good. I'll have more of that, please. If you notice thoughts coming up, if you notice plans or judgments, you don't have to erase them. They don't have to be gone, but don't focus on them. Let your awareness just come back to itself, come back to sensation, come back to what it feels like. When I'm in these dives, I often just ask myself, can I go any deeper? What's underneath the next layer? Can I slow down more? Is there some wisdom here? Is there something to let go of? So that we're not in a graspy, dewy, trying place, but we're in an allowing, exploring, discovering place. And I don't mean dewy, D-E-W-Y. I mean doing, E. We let go of the doer and we just become the being, just being, the aliveness. Allowing your body to do whatever it needs to do. If something feels uncomfortable, can you soften around that? Can you be okay with the imperfect? I'm going to take that sound out and bring us back just into humming and theta. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the theta breath. And the theta breath is like a soft hiss, like a if I put more pressure on it, it becomes something else, which you can do. You can play with that. That can be interesting too. So let's go with the soft hiss. Trying to always inhale through your nose. So if we imagine that the hum creates this oscillation at a certain density, the hiss is doing another oscillation, but at a much lighter density, right? So tuning into that as well, finding that lightness and spaciousness in your tissue where there's freedom. And we can do this seated, laying down, standing up, but really diving into our experience, into what it feels like to be you in your body right now. And maybe sometimes the idea of being a person isn't the most helpful one, but being a living creature. Being a living creature that doesn't have a total plan or judgment or anything, just a live creature. Prefrontal cortex, before all of this thinking stuff came in, just let's drop down into the cerebellum, into the lower part of the brain. Feeling. Allow yourself freedom to play with the sounds that you're making, or just the breath, even if you're not making sounds, or even your movement. Allow it to become playful, spontaneous, free flow, no extra stuff, no mature, it must be this way, right and wrong tension. Just playful, spacious, light, expansive. I can be very expansive even as my body comes into itself. I can let that cellular dance happening inside my body be expansive and spacious. Doesn't mean I need to get big and take up space. I can also be small and still be spacious, spacious inside myself, spacious inside every cell. As I'm making these higher sounds with the hum, I'm just feeling around, where is it vibrating in my head? Where am I feeling that sound? What does it take for my body to make those sounds? It's interesting, like we can listen to what people's voices are like. I just heard two different people speaking about breath in TED Talks, and one of them was very slow and very grounded and very earthy. It was very easy to listen to, but it didn't have a whole lot of life and excitement. And the other one was much more alive and excited, but it was much harder to relax while listening to him. It's very ironic because I'm a very airy, fiery person, but I'm working on these parts of myself to have more of that earthy fluid also. So, like that watery spaciousness and that earthy spaciousness, slowing down, ha, coming down into those slow, grounded, more organized, more stable parts of myself. Can I be spacious in my earthiness? Can I be spacious in my airiness? Can I be spacious in my fieriness? Can I be vast and spacious in my wateriness? Ha. So for me, the theta breath is very much air and water, but slowing down air and water. And for me, the hum is much more earthy, especially if I take it low. If I take the hum high, it might be different. But if I go with the low hum, it's more earthy and more sort of big. Ha. So just feeling into yourself with those playful qualities of what happens if I try this? How is it if I do that? I have to say I come to so much of my work through exploring other people's work and trying it on and trying it out. And how does it feel when I do this with that? What's going on for me? What if I do it like that? And then the other big part is trying to break the rules. Oh, somebody said I should do it like this. Well, let me try it exactly the opposite. And now let me try it that way. Trying all these different things. Smorgasbord, maximalism. Ah, yeah, allowing all of it in, all of it sometimes. Hmm. Ha. Mm. I have to be slowed down to a certain degree to be able to hum at all. So it could just be short, like, yummy. Really, it doesn't have to be a massive event of humming for 4 hours. But it could be a massive event of humming for 4 hours. Just letting that vibration play out in your body, giving your body permission to experience this stuff and to feel it. So we're not trying to batten down the hatches and be quiet and not feel anything. We're trying to bring in these qualities and play with them and see, how does that play out for me? What's going on for me today? How much tension is in my voice when I speak? How much tension is in my body? Where is it? If I move a little bit, can I release some of it? Ah, so that's that. That is our exploration for today, and I'm coming to the end of it. So if you are on my YouTube and you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Or maybe you're just going, who is this weird person and what the hell is she doing? That's a good question. I wonder myself. But feel free if you want to ask a question to put it in the chat. Yeah, so these role play classes are kind of a mixture of rolling around so that we're hydrating fascia, we're hydrating tissue, we are coming into awareness in our bodies. So it's an embodiment practice. Heather, I'm so glad to see you. You're welcome. Yeah, embodiment practice, coming in, feeling in, just what is it? And allowing. So a lot of times we get really good at meditating, but being in stillness. What happens when we allow the body to express, to be there? Oh, yeah, the humming. And the humming has a great thing also for the heart because it's working with that dilation and constriction. Do I have it on this? I've got like these links up because I've been looking at all this different stuff about it. But yeah, I feel like the hum, we were meant to sing together, right? We were meant to sing and dance together, humans, to be in relationship and community, moving and singing. Yeah. So, where is it? Nitric, I'm going to just quote straight off of the web. Circulatory system. So humming stimulates the nitric oxide or gets it going. Nitric oxide appears to help your body dilate and constrict your blood vessels. This can improve your blood pressure and therefore our heart health. There's more to it than that. Let me see if I can find another one. It is a vasodilator, the inner muscles of the blood vessels, causing vessels to widen. But I think it can do both. Oh, here's a great benefit. It can even help treat erectile dysfunction. May it decrease muscle soreness. That is certainly my experience. Lower blood pressure, yes. Anytime we go into our parasympathetic like that, we're going to be lowering the blood pressure. Boost exercise performance. May help manage type 2 diabetes. So this is all, I am quoting 5 ways nitric oxide supplements boost your health and performance from Gavin Van de Waal, MSRD, on Healthline. The web is just amazing for stealing information. Anyway, not stealing, sharing, disseminating, sharing and caring in the horizontal. All right, so I'm going to close it out. Really nice to see you. And that's it. Love to everybody, all creatures, great and small.